Hello, very warm welcome. Again, let's talk about Lewis Hamilton, but not about his contract. There's big rumours, and media outlets keep rumouring that Hamilton is trying to block teammates. Now, as a hardcore Lewis Hamilton fanboy, I'm going to give my honest opinion. Now, these are only rumours, but if this is true, and a lot of media reports reporting this. So they're all jumping on the same bandwagon. So there's a high chance it's going to be true. Lewis Hamilton blocking teammates. I've read this week that he's happy with Bottas as his teammate. Of course he is, because he knows he's going to beat Bottas every single week. Because Bottas isn't good enough to lace his boots. And we've seen the calibre of Valtteri Bottas when he got his pants pulled down against George Russell. So we know the calibre of driver Lewis is up against. He can come out all he wants and say Valtteri is the best teammate I've had. Yeah, of course he is, because he's the easiest teammate you've ever had. Bar Heikki Kovalainen probably. So yeah, you can come out and sing Valtteri's pushing me so hard. Yeah, Valtteri's this, Valtteri's that. But he isn't. Like, wake up and smell the coffee. You've got the championship wrapped up after 3 races because Valtteri is no good. Of course, he's improved in qualifying massively, but in the races, he's washed up. He's nowhere. But yeah, my honest opinion on him. Lewis Hamilton is a Mercedes driver. Mercedes should pick the team, and that's it. He should have no say who his teammate is. And it goes against everything that he stands for, Lewis Hamilton. A pure, utter racer. In my opinion, no matter who his teammate is, he beats them. So why is he so fearful of Max? Why is he so fearful of George Russell? In my opinion, over a season, he beats them two anyway. So what's with the fear? This nonsense blocking the teammate. I find it cowardly. Like, I've got to be real now. This is an honest opinion from a Hamilton fan. I've got posters all over my room. I've got Hamilton hoodies. I've got Hamilton t-shirts. I've got my hoodie here. I've got it taken off at the minute. Look. I'm a hardcore Lewis Hamilton fan, but I'm entitled to my opinion, and this is my opinion. It's cowardly, him getting to choose the teammate. I don't agree with it. He shouldn't be allowed to choose his teammate. Of course, he's the world champion, but no way should he be allowed to choose his teammate. And the only reason he wants Valtteri Bottas to stay is because he beats him every time. 10 out of 10. That's the bottom line. He knows Bottas can't touch him. And it's a good environment in Mercedes. It's all nicey. Everyone's happy. Toto Wolff's happy because he's winning the constructors by a country mile. And they're winning the drivers. And there's no animosity. Think back to Nico Rosberg. There was collisions. There was wheel-to-wheel racing. Rosberg actually pushed Hamilton. When do we ever see Bottas and Hamilton going wheel-to-wheel? And when they do go to wheel-to-wheel, Mercedes imply team orders, like they did at Germany. So it's nonsense. Absolute nonsense. I don't agree with it. Of course, he's going to sign his contract, but there's going to be this teammate clause. So Valtteri Bottas is going to stay as his teammate. He doesn't want Max coming to Mercedes. And he looks like he doesn't want Russell. For me, goes against Hamilton. Hamilton beats them two anyway, in my opinion. In my opinion, he beats everyone on the grid. This is a guy who came in 2007 and beat the current double world champion. Of course, they were equal on points, but he beat him in the standings. Smashed Heikki Kovalainen, as you would expect. Beat Jenson Button. Then Jenson Button beat him. And then Rosberg. Hammered Rosberg every single season, apart from 2016. And now it's a walk in the park. It's too easy. Everyone wants to get on Hamilton and slate him for having the best car. But why does no one get on Valtteri Bottas? Valtteri Bottas is in the same car, so theoretically he should be delivering what Hamilton does. But that just shows the class of Lewis Hamilton and how good he is. But this teammate block is absolutely everything against what Hamilton stands for. And if it is true, it's cowardly at the highest level, in my opinion. Doesn't mean I will still support Lewis Hamilton, but you can understand why people getting hate on him, because that is not racing. That is not racing, that you get to choose your teammate. The only reason he wants Bottas as his teammate is because he beats him every day of the week. Bottas is nowhere near up to scratch, up to level, and we all know this. You can make as many excuses as you want. Last season proved it. Hamilton 11 wins, Bottas 2. He's simply not on the level of Lewis Hamilton and never will be. But I've said Bottas should be out. He's conning that Mercedes seat. Russell should be in. Mercedes lineup this year should be Hamilton, Russell. Russell probably would have a learning year and then he'll be fighting for the title. But I don't agree with it. Like, when I started supporting Hamilton, it was because he was up and coming, he was exciting, he was aggressive, he was a great overtaker. Of course, we don't see that much these days. DRS and all this bullshit. Don't really like DRS. But yeah, I'm not happy with this. But too many media outlets are reporting this, so it's got to be true. He's putting a block on Max coming to Mercedes and Russell. Russell, it's criminal what's happening to George Russell. He's proved himself. GP3, GP2 champion. Battered Kubica, battered Latifi. He'll batter Latifi again. And then he battered Bottas when he got his chance and proved what he could do. But yeah, I continue to support Lewis Hamilton. Doesn't change my mind of him, but my opinion on it is it's cowardly. Should not be allowed to choose his teammate. He should go up against whoever. But I still don't believe this is true. Like, this is a guy who came into the sport, took on a double world champion, the reigning double world champion, and beat him. And in the first race, wasn't bothered about Alonso, just went round the outside of him, as if he was nothing. This is the current double world champion. I don't care about you, Alonso. I'm going round the outside of you. I'm mugging you off. So why is he so fearful of Max and Russell? Both future world champions, but Hamilton beats them over a season. Max, as good as he is, sometimes he gets a bit hot-headed. Russell, never been in a title fight in Formula 1. Hamilton's got the experience. He's got every record there is to have in Formula 1. So, what's the fearful of Max, Russell? Absolute bollocks. Goes against everything that F1 stands for. But again, Toto Wolff's got to take some blame for this, because he shouldn't be allowing that. That he gets to choose. It's like Hamilton's. Toto Wolff's in charge and like team principal. And Hamilton's like, well, I want to choose my teammate. And they're just allowing it. It's nonsense. It should be, no, we choose the drivers, you drive the car. But too many media outlets are reporting it now. People are probably getting sick of me talking about Hamilton, but it's the biggest F1 news. And I don't apologise for talking about F1 news, because that's what I'm here to do. Daily F1 videos. I mean, no one can tell me that this isn't the biggest story. Of course, I understand, probably frustrating for some people who don't like Hamilton, but this is a hardcore Lewis Hamilton fan giving an honest opinion, and I think it's cowardly that this teammate block shouldn't be allowed. Mercedes, it should be Russell Hamilton this year. Instead, it's Valtteri Bottas Hamilton. Valtteri Bottas will probably come back in the first race. He'll win at Bahrain. A message to my haters, to whom it concerns, fuck you. Then he'll do nothing for the rest of the season. He'll win in Russia like he normally does. And then, I'll come back stronger. It'll be Valtteri Bottas 1,000.2, and I'll have some porridge. There we have it. There's my honest opinion on Lewis Hamilton and his teammate block bollocks. I don't agree with it. Cowardly. But, yeah, I still support him, as I have done for 2006, before he was successful. GP2. 15 years I've followed Lewis Hamilton, and will continue to do so. Hands down the best driver of his era. Hands down in the top 3 of all time. Not going to get into that debate, but I still say Ayrton Senna's the greatest driver in Formula 1 history, in my opinion, but people will have a different opinion. Yeah, there's my honest thoughts. People say I'm a Hamilton fan, but my channel is about giving, well, I say my channel, it's our channel, because it's an interactive channel. And I give honest opinions. I'm not biased to my driver. If he makes a mistake, I mark him down in driver ratings. If he does wrong, I'll say so. Deserved is Sir Lewis Hamilton. When he crashed into Albon, I marked him down in Austria, and now all these media outlets reporting this teammate block is a load of bollocks and everything. I don't like it one bit. One bit. To basically say I don't want Max and Russell coming to Mercedes and I'll sign the contract is cowardly, in my opinion. Adios. Comment down below, get involved. Don't just watch the video, comment. 66% of people who watch these videos are not subscribed. Subscribe now, get involved. Adios.